It, directed by Andy Muschietti, director of Mama, is a new adaptation of the Stephen King novel and greatly surpasses the 1990 TV miniseries that starred Tim Curry. Set in the small town of Derry, the story follows a group of kids known as the Losers Club as they deal with terrible adults in their lives, bullies intent on maiming or killing them, and a supernatural being in the form of a clown who preys on children. The biggest change from the book to the movie was that of the time frame, a smart move that allows this generation's adults to feel a connection to these kids. Also, with a potential sequel following the Losers Club as adults, it can only take place in modern day. The kids are phenomenal. Every actor brings their A game and doesn't feel hokey or less than genuine. It's a huge relief given the history of terrible child actors in movies.
Now this is pod racing.
The standout performances from the children are definitely Sophia Lillis as Beverly Marsh, a girl with more than enough demons at home, and Finn Wolfhard as Richie Tozier, having the funniest lines throughout the film. Jade Lieberer has the task of being the leader of the group, and Jack Dylan Grazer as the constantly under distress Eddie Kaspbrak stood out too. The only semi-casualties would probably be Chosen Jacobs as Mike Hanlon and Wyatt Olaf as Stanley Uris. Both do an excellent job with the material given, but are side characters compared to the rest of the cast. But the character that everyone is most excited to see portrayed on screen was Pennywise, the dancing clown. With big shoes to fill, Bill Skarsgård had the extremely hard job of bringing something new to the table and staying within the lines of what the book created. Fortunately, he's more than capable of making the character his own, becoming a new horror icon for this generation, both frightening and funny at times, with his dead eyes and general unhuman-like movements. The intensity and downright creepiness he brings to life is amazing to behold. Fans will not be disappointed, or be able to sleep, including me. If I had to say what the downside to watching this was, it had to be the people to the left and directly behind me. The entire movie had the couple next to me either talking or pulling out their phone, or the people behind me talking and making jokes nobody laughed at. Oh, and they brought their kid. How's that for insulting the audience of good parents who knew better than to subject their kids to an R-rated movie involving a clown that devours children? Hell, why don't we just have a nursery where we can have toddlers play with knives and watch horror movies on repeat? Sorry. It was a spectacular film. There are problems, I'm sure, but none of them decrease the enjoyment overall. From the brilliant cinematography to the acting from all involved, it sets up for a beautiful second chapter that could lead to two of the greatest horror films ever made. This is a movie that everyone should see, except for people with their children. Do you want them to grow up torturing animals or something? If I was able to, I would hire a group of clowns to come into the theater and snatch the parents away from the children. They'd be better off anyway at this point. I mean, why deal with it?